I'm just like looking at you just as you're waiting there. Anyways, hi guys for joining us on this live chat. I know it was a little late. We had some audio issues, but thank you guys. This is a chat where it's not about the Oscars. It's not about, I don't know, some movie that's coming out. This is a chat pretty much, I guess, thanking you guys in like the most pathetic way. I've always found Q&As interesting, right? It's like, thank you guys for subscribing. Now ask me questions and continue to make it all about me, but I can't go visit all of you individually at your houses, so I guess this is the next best thing I can do, other than continuing to make videos, because I guess that's why you guys subscribed to the first place. But you know who I am. I'm Art from the AtZ Show, here trying to answer your questions. So any questions that you got, just post them in the comments. This is Ash, which, if you don't know Ash, then that separates you from the day one subscribers to the newbies, which I love you newbies, but for those of you who know the Ashmeister here, the guardian of Target, then you go way back. Then you are a true fan. But introduce yourself, Ash, for those who don't know.
Wow, that's an exciting introduction there. I didn't even think of that. I'm like OG right there. True. Well, I'm Ash. I am Ash. I'm the host of the Captain Vitus Show, that channel that occasionally uploads every now and then. And I'm just here because I'm so proud of my boy here. So proud of you, Art. We have so many people, and you just rose out of all of us.
I tried to be the Caesar. I am the ape of our clan, just trying to rise. But I know sometimes we have audio issues, for those of you who also know. So if there's anything, because that was one of the things we're having problems with, let us know in the sub, in the chat, and we'll try to fix it. I know you got the live chat up as well, right?
I do. So
if you see anything, you'll be more posted than I am. But I'm going to scroll back. I know some of you guys had been asking some questions. So I'm going to see what you guys got. Nicole Bauer. Shout out to Nicole Bauer. She's a good friend of mine. Like a real friend. Not that you're not, Ash. But like I physically...
Like one that you can physically
with her.
Pat on the back.
Way, yeah. Nicole Bauer says... Anyone into sports game? That question's not even for me. That's like for you guys, I believe. But I am into sports game. I'm a huge Madden dude. I'm a huge... I actually don't play... Baseball's my favorite sport. I usually don't play it as a game, but I do play that in real life. Let's see what else some people got. Just a vegan. Are you for the Bumblebee spinoff, Ash?
No.
Neither am I.
I'm not for any more.
But I am hopeful.
No more, just...
I'm hopeful that some director comes in and changes the entire franchise. So I'm cool. If that happens, then I'm all right with it.
You know, I feel like it would be better if they got some director to just reboot it a few years down the line. Give us a few years to just
I'm telling you this,
cool off after what it's done.
They got the Bumblebee trailer comes out, right? You're like, oh, this is ridiculous. And then you see Baby drive in on Bumblebee, and it says directed by Edgar Wright.
Ooh.
Oh, now you're there. Every song
that sounds
ever
like
says,
an SNL sketch.
Question, how did you get to 100,000? Literally.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, pretty much what it is consistently uploading, like a lot. I think that was one of the biggest things when I first started. For those of you who know, I was AtZ Reviews, which I'm a little worried that I'm going to get the plaque, because you get a plaque at 100,000, and it's going to say AtZ Reviews. Because I was AtZ Reviews, I think, until like I hit 1,000, and then I changed it to the AtZ Show. For those of you who don't know, actually, it was a lot based off of the Captain over here, because he had the Captain Vitus Show, and I was just like, I like that a lot more, because then you're not bound to reviews. I could do a bunch of other stuff, right? So my main thinking from that point was, you know what? I don't want to make videos just to make videos. I want to make videos because I like to make videos and like specific subjects. And I think it's when I finally honed in on, I'm not just going to review things to be like every other reviewer. I'm not going to talk about things to be like everybody else. And I found something that I liked, which was explaining movies. I think that's when that passion rose, but it's consistency more than anything. I think you can find someone, because I can tell you, it's like, follow your passion and do something that you genuinely like. Then you go see a reaction video, a channel, or whatever it is, and you'll notice, well, I don't really see that as a passion, and that's blowing up, because it's consistency. I think you got to get both of them together, and if you consistently keep doing something, eventually, hopefully, you'll blow up. Nicole says, best experience working on someone else's set. This is because I worked on her set, and I would have to say, I was on Christopher Nolan's set for a little... No, I'm just kidding. I worked on a horror film, so this would be a shout-out for those of you who aren't on Facebook or on Twitter to go follow. People die in this movie, It's coming out. They just got
Like,
picture
for
lock.
real?
Yes, this is
Oh, wow.
a short film that I worked on. She was a director. It was a blast. We stayed up till like 4 o'clock every night. So for those of you who have never been on a film set and those of you who love movies, go out there. Stop thinking that, like, you want to be on a Hollywood set. Be on any set you possibly can. Learn from it. Interact with people. Yell at people. Fall in love with those people and get used to that environment because honestly, it changes the way you see movies when you're actually on a set.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been on a set?
Like, yeah. Not like big ones, not things
Uh-huh.
that like could go to festivals or
Oh,
anything.
you and
But...
Will.
yeah.
People forget that any set you create is your set. Just create
That's true.
memories.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jordan says, "Will Dunkirk get Nolan his first director nomination?" I think so.
Do you?
I think so. You?
It's like I'm not sure. It's like of all the movies this year, it's definitely one of the better directed. So at this point, sure, but
I think you will. All Aboard says, "Who's your favorite actor, actress?" Actor is Gyllenhaal. I'm a
yeah.
huge proponent of Gyllenhaal. It's Gyllenhaal all the way. And I was just having this discussion because it always comes down to three for actresses. Charlize Theron, I love. I think her filmography is better than these
Yeah.
other two. But I think if she were to face off with Tilda Swinton or Kate Blanchett, I don't know how that would go. But so I'm just gonna cheat and say those three. What about you?
Yeah. Let's think. I always have the answer to this, and now I don't. I think as far as actors go, it's between Tom Hanks and Charlie Chaplin.
Okay.
I think those two just consistently have always given me the roles I've always loved. And then I'm also big on Gyllenhaal and Tom Hardy and all that good stuff. And Ryan Gosling because I'm in love with him. And on that note, actress is definitely Emma Stone because I'm very
That's
much
right.
in love with her and every role she does.
Dope. Renee says, "What is a film you think is overrated?" I've always said Boyhood. Not that I hate Boyhood. I just think
Yeah.
the concept of it is overrated. I mean, you know my personal thoughts for those of you who have heard them. Like, I think it's really cool. A little overrated because people act like the story wasn't made up on the spot. It was. You can like it for that, but
Yeah.
let's not pretend like it wasn't made up on the spot. That's what the behind the scenes tells you. What about you?
Oh, there's so many. I'll just say one recent, Dunkirk. I know we just said all that shit about it, but
Okay.
gee willikers, yeah.
The Max Show. How old are you? I am 24.
Ooh.
So I am legal, if that's what you're asking.
Is it okay if my pee-pee gets hard when I watch your videos?
Michael says, "What's your thoughts on the first images of Cable?" I have not seen the first images of Cable.
Oh,
You
you're
know me?
not?
No, I have not. I'm sure I will see them eventually. Who's playing Cable?
Josh Brolin.
Okay, see, the only thing,
Yeah.
there is no way they're not making a joke about Thanos and whatever, so that's what I'm waiting
If
for.
they don't, it'll be disappointing.
Did you see them?
I did. They looked really good.
Okay, then that's all I need to
Brolin's
know.
ripped. Yeah.
That's all I need to know. Umbro says, "What do you think of your Detroit videos backlash?" Ooh, that's a big one. I was actually, yeah. So if you see my Detroit video, and you read the comments, there's an interesting thing going on, and this has happened the same when I did. I'll put it this way: I made a Get Out video explaining the movie Get Out by quoting Jordan Peele. That was the director, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So quoting the director, and people came out and said, "You're wrong. This is what it means." And then they proceeded to repeat what I said in the video. It just didn't count because I guess I wasn't black.
Wow.
So for the Detroit video, I said something about like being your best self. Not that was going to get rid of racism. And not that being your best self is what you need to do because it's your responsibility to get rid of racism. No, it's being your best self because it doesn't matter if you're black, white, polka dot, or a Martian from outer space. You should be your best self. That being said, you know, I can't change people's opinions. The whole point of the video was to not be manipulated, to be angry. That's the title of the video, and I guess people got angry. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I'm cool. Some people had some discussions there. Like, I think you see it from a different perspective. I'm like, I am of that belief, like, what I said there, because I'm not of that race, I know some people will discredit. At the same time, though, those same opinions that I have for Mexicans who I think are scumbags, and I am Mexican. That's the thing. That's a big thing that I said in the video is that stupidity has no color. Ignorance knows no culture. I'll leave it at that. Any highly anticipated movies you're running to see? Justice League?
The Flash. Because you run to it.
Oh, there was one besides Annabelle
Yeah.
2, which is at 100%, guys.
Is it really?
With last time I checked, I don't know. It's getting like rave reviews,
Jesus.
but I would say
Fuck.
I honestly can't think of one off the top of my head right
Yeah.
now, but because I feel like I've
I
already seen
can.
them.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll name one: Brigsby Bear, and that's kind of cheating
Ooh.
because that's my favorite of the
Because
year.
you've seen it.
Because I saw it at Sundance, and I'm running to see that again.
I'm really excited to see that though. That looks really good.
You're gonna love it. All right, let's go through
Yeah.
someone really fast. Needle Beats, is the Alien franchise finished? For right now, I do think it'll come back later. I think they gotta leave it for a bit.
Yeah.
Sausage Ninja, what do you think about a new GI Joe movie? I think give it a couple more years. It already started its little
Yeah.
whatever, but I don't know if you guys heard. Supposedly, it's coming back because it's going to be combined with Transformers.
It's
So I don't know about that.
like if you're going to go stupid, go full stupid.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm just a little stupid.
Zachary Film says, "You are Flash from the new Spider-Man." Yes, I am, and I am also the guy from. I'm the lobby boy from the Grand Budapest Hotel. Priestley says, "What got you into making this YouTube channel?" I've always said it. One, I was watching movies. If you have a passion, you consistently do it. If you play a lot of video games, if you watch a lot of movies, if you listen to a lot of music, take all those hours of consumption and make something with it. And that was my thing. I was watching a lot of movies. I'm like, you know what? There's people on YouTube who watch a lot of movies, and they seem to, making money wasn't the biggest thing, but I mean, it's a blessing when it comes. But it was just like, they're creating a community out of it. So for me, it was like, if I'm already watching these movies, let me just press record and say my thoughts. Because I'm spending hours saying my thoughts anyway. To people who didn't really care, they're like, that's cool, that's cool.
I feel that.
And then it became, especially now with like this milestone of 100,000, was, you know what? It's not just that I love movies, but I want to be able to make movies. And I have. I think if you've made anything, you are a filmmaker. There's a difference when filmmaking becomes your career. But it became, if I make this channel and people subscribe to it because of my thoughts and movies, and that means they have the same opinions as I do. And one of the biggest things when you spend a lot of money to make a movie is that you make it and ain't nobody watching it. So for me, it was like, if I have right now 100,000 people, or whatever the fraction of it is, who are like avid viewers, I now have an audience that when I drop that money on a movie, at least you guys will watch it, and hopefully you guys will like it because we have similar opinions on movies. Yeah. So that was my main thinking with it. Have you seen All These Sleepless Nights? No, I have not. So I'm gonna put it on my queue.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. Have you seen all the Harry Potter movies? I've never seen a Harry Potter movie in my life. Black Mirror episode.
Wow.
Nah, I've seen them. Black Mirror episodes reviewed. That is something I want to do. I'm a big fan of Black Mirror, and there is actually, I can't think of the channel, but if you search up like Black Mirror, I want to say their name is Screen Prism. So shout out to Screen Prism. They're a really cool channel. Very well put together videos. So if you go over there and check them out, they have a really cool video. Sometimes like I think of an idea, right? And it's not fully flourished. Sometimes you think of an idea and then you figure out someone else has the same one, but maybe from a different perspective. I stumbled upon their video and I'm like, I didn't even know this was a thing. They do this incredible video that every episode of Black Mirror is connected through the advertisements in the background. Go check it out. That's all I got to say. Maybe I'll work on something in the future. Jamiro, what's your favorite movie of all time and your least favorite? Jamiro, come on now. You know you don't ask those questions. This is one of those things like telling what's your favorite child, which I actually have no problem answering it. My favorite movie is Space Jam.
Yeah, that was good.
Let's say it's. I always say it's Space Jam. Whiplash is one of my favorite cinematic experiences. Love the good, the bad, and the ugly. Worst movie, I want to say I've never been as disappointed as when I saw movie 43. I think that was because of the hype that I got and just that was abuse. The talent in there, that was abuse. What do you think about Ready Player One? Ready Player One, I hope, is Spielberg's return to the magic that made cinema. That's what I think of Ready Player One. Favorite Christopher Nolan film? Memento. Prestige is also very up there. It literally, if I watch Memento and Prestige, it'll be Prestige. If I watch Prestige then Memento, it'll be Memento. Let's see. What series are you currently into? Always Game of Thrones? Westworld, Game of Thrones. I'd say check those out for right now. Are you into anything?
I haven't watched any TV in a hot minute. I really watch a lot of Gintama, and that's it.
Yeah! Funny enough,
Yeah.
Priestley says, "Are you watching the latest season of Game of Thrones?" I am, and so what are your thoughts so far? It is a little rushed. You can head on over to the Intercut. That's a podcast that I have with another good friend of ours, Zach from Multiplex. He's in Montreal, living up life. But we do have a podcast called The Intercut, and we have a video talking about Game of Thrones, and pretty much in our podcast talking about how we think it's a little rushed. But I mean, they're cutting down the seasons, and there's only 2 left, so I'd rather get more story done. I am also a person, I don't see them Sunday nights because I'm usually out, so I see them Monday. And because I'm having this thing with you guys, because that's how much I appreciate you guys, I'm going to be watching it after. But I've been hearing some crazy stuff, and everyone keeps sharing this specific image. But yeah, a little too rushed, but I hope it gets... I hope it really hones in and has the emotion the other seasons have had. You know, if people have come across, I've heard that one. Art, who would Ash be in the Game of Thrones universe?
Oh yeah, tell me, so I won't know who it is.
Oh, Pod Pie? Nah, I'm joking with you. You don't even know who that is. He's a really cool dude who knows how to cook well, and you're always cooking on your Snapchat. So,
The same thing.
I'm gonna give you.
I make a mean Archer Farms pizza.
I'm gonna give you Sam because you have such a nice heart.
See the fat one?
He is the kind-hearted individual. And he's got a nice
many apples.
And he's got a nice girl, and you got a nice girl. So, and they're happily ever. They're like literally the only happy couple there. So that's why.
Okay, I'll take it.
Let's see. ATZ explaining, or are you talking about movies are the best? Thank you. Last one was successful. Are you Mexican? You know what? Yeah, I am. Hello. How would you guys rank all 16 MCU movies? We ain't doing all of them, but I'm gonna give you my top 3, and that would be Iron Man, Guardians, First Avengers. Yours?
Guardians, Winter Soldier, Civil War.
All right. Favorite sci-fi film? Mine has always been Minority Report.
Yeah.
Love Minority Report.
If I go outside of Star Wars, because that's more fantasy anyway, Total Recall with Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
No, that is a good one. Not the remake?
No, not the remake.
Oh, and it's also not the TV show Minority Report. It's the movie by Spielberg. Generic Jam. Will Baby Driver take home best soundtrack? No, because it's not original. It's not an original soundtrack.
Yeah.
So, sadly, no. But screw that. You love it, you listen to it. Because I still listen to the Creed soundtrack, and that was nominated, and that was original. Let's see. Parabéns do Brasil. I think that shout-outs to Brazil. Our Spanish is a little bit different than Brazil's, but shout-out to you, my boy. Let's see. Big Daddy Cream Cheese says, I love you, Daddy. Look, I don't... There's specific subscribers who are always commenting and always try to comment back to you. There's this dude named Big Daddy Cream Cheese, right? And if the name alone... He comments on a couple of my videos. Sometimes I can't tell if he's trolling. I don't care. It's hilarious. Because he's got a picture of Kanye. And it's just Kanye this close to the camera. And every time he says something, part of me feels like I know this person. I probably don't. But keep doing you, Big Daddy Cream Cheese. Michael says, do you think Logan will get a Best Picture nomination? I don't think so. But again...
At this point.
Yeah.
At this point, it's one of the few that deserves it, but...
But if it's your favorite, you know what's your favorite? Who are your favorite directors? One of my go-tos, I think, who's still spotless for me. Denis Villeneuve. My favorite movie from him. Sheesh. It's Enemy. Enemy is one of my personal favorite movies of all time, I guess, for if you want to add to it. Because it's one of those where I can't recommend it, because someone will be like, seriously, dude? And I'm like, you're right. But that's my favorite movie. I don't care if you like it. Remember, if you like a movie and it works for you, screw everyone else if they don't like it. That movie made you feel something, and that's all that matters. So, Denis Villeneuve. There's others, but I'm going to say him. Editing-wise, I do love what... we were just talking about Baby Driver. What he does.
Yeah.
Kiko says, I need to sleep. Why do you do this at this time? I apologize. I'll have another one.
Co-host has to go to work.
Let's see. Someone hasn't had Baby Driver in their country. That kind of stinks.
Oh.
Reggie says, what movie do you think is underrated? I have one. I Origins. And I think it fits both ways. A lot of people confuse the word underrated for being under the radar. I think I Origins is under the radar. And I also think it's underrated. It's got like a 50-something%.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil the movie. Just know that there was a grand idea this director had. He didn't have the budget for it, so he made this little gem instead to lead up to it. Watch it. Stay after the credits. I love it a lot. Do you have one?
There's like a million. I think I'll just go more recently. and it's kind of a silly one, but I'm gonna say The Boss Baby.
I've yet to see it, and I can.
I think The Boss Baby is legitimately one of the funnier movies of the year.
I can't wait to get a 24
Yeah,
pack of Bud Light Premium and just have a fun time. Hey, Big Daddy Cream Cheese
it's
says.
fun.
Big Daddy Cream Cheese says, "Can I adopt you?" We'll talk about that after the show. Let's see. Yeah, he really is Flash of Homecoming. Yes, I do. Do you play any musical instruments? I play guitar. I know Ash plays a couple more.
Hmm.
Let's
Well,
see.
really, just that.
How long will fidget spinners last? Forever, because they're not biodegradable. What is your favorite movie this year so far? Brigsby Bear. Do you watch Key and Peele? Yes, I do. But I've only legitimately saw the first and kind of second season, so I do want to go back and watch them all. Am I late to the party? Ryan, Jacob, you're never late to the party. Ryan's one of the
The
few
party
people.
doesn't start until Ryan Jacobs shows
Ryan
up.
and Zach from Multiplex are like the two people from like our YouTube family who I've met in real life. So at least I know he exists.
Yeah,
I don't know about this man so far. Dude,
I am just
yeah.
virtual.
Would y'all smash the emoji movie girl? No, because my heart's set for Lola Bunny. Let's see. Ian says, since you saw Call Me by Your Name at Sundance, what do you think of the trailer and what Oscar buzz will it get? I haven't seen the trailer, which I can because I've seen the movie, so it fits my rule. It better get some Oscar buzz for Timothy Lamont. Boy, I know it means nothing to you, but once you see him, this kid, I'm gonna call him a man. This man acts through the credits of the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch that movie. ATC, do you think Andy Serkis for The War for the Planet of the Apes should be recognized? I don't think it should be for lead actor. I think there needs to be another category. To put it as simply as that, I do think he deserves credit.
Yeah.
It just can't be as actor because of so much work that goes into it to give him the award and not everybody else who allowed him to look like it. It's kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? So there needs to be a different category for it. What is your most underrated and overrated film of the year so far? Ooh. Year's not
I'm looking
over.
at my list now.
So I want to say, I'm gonna say and I love Get Out, but I'm gonna say Get Out is overrated because some people are dealing with it as gospel, and I'm like, this was a fun movie made by Blumhouse, with some connotations there, but some people are like, I guess, and I love the movie, so just to lay that out there.
Yeah.
Underrated, I guess, using it as under the radar, Brigsby Bear, because not many people have seen it, so I guess that's that. Overrated movies, like I said, Boyhood is one of the ones that I go to. Are You Gay? Only on Tuesdays. Yep, Annabelle still at 100%. Favorite film of all time, like I said, is what did I say? Space Jam. Favorite musical artist. You got Lil B the Bass God. You got all your mumble rappers. You got Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi Vert. No, I am big into the hippity hop.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of underground. I listen to a lot of the new stuff that's like turn your brain off. There's no lyrics, but I love lyricism. As much as hip hop that I listen to, like Kendrick and J. Cole, even though I know he puts a lot of people to sleep. I actually have like a flip side to it, and I'm a big fan of like alternative folk music. I adore Mumford and Sons are the only people who I like own every one of their albums. So that's a little insight on me.
That's funny.
Are you going to the Chicago Film Festival this year? Definitely. Let's see. Favorite animated films and animated TV series? I'll answer it half by saying Space Jam again. But Toy Story. Toy Story and Finding Nemo are my two favorite animations of all time. An animated TV series, I love Scooby-Doo. When a Scooby-Doo episode comes on, that's just a classic. Like the old school Scooby-Doo, where they walk like this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That.
Just creeping around.
What is your favorite Latino Hispanic film, and what is your favorite Latino Hispanic actor? Well, for those of you who don't know, my uncle is Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu.
Oh, yeah.
And my cousin is Lubeski. Children of Men, I want to say just because, and that's not here. I like how I mentioned them, and then this is an Alfonso Cuarón film. But I know I'm answering it a bit differently, so I'm saying that. But I guess if it was the film in general, The Secret in Their Eyes. That's an Argentinian film, so that's Latin. I think that is fantastic. And I always forget the guy's name, but I think he is one of the best actors out there as well. He's an Argentinian actor, so check that out. But also for those of you who cannot find that movie, to get your feet soaked into what really is some good Latin cinema, Netflix has this movie called The Invisible Guest. Watch it, come back and tweet at me saying thank you. The Invisible Guest on Netflix. Do yourself a favor. Favorite books. Growing up, Captain Underpants, Series of Unfortunate Events. Now that I'm older, those are adaptations. I don't like the adaptations that much. Gone Girl, though, is a really fantastic book. Yeah, any books?
Great Gatsby and anything Batman.
Favorite superhero? As you said, Batman.
I just said it. Yeah.
And then Spider-Man for me. How was your experience in movie fights? I've not been in movie fights, but if y'all want to gather around, rally up to get me to movie fights and get me over to LA, I would highly appreciate that. Do you like music in Spanish? Yeah, Despacito's the best song of the year. What's your favorite video you've done? Mine is probably your La La Land versus Whiplash. To be completely honest, I want to say it's the first video that I made that turned me into the whole Explain thing, and that was my love for the Cloverfield franchise and that video that I made. Because if you watch it, like, some people are like, yo, shut up, you're talking too much. And I'm like, I am talking my heart out because I adored the whole concept of the movie that goes beyond just the plot of it, but like all the marketing and everything that went into it. So I want to say at this point, maybe that one. Do you watch any film reviewers on YouTube? Double Toasted.
Fuck yeah.
And like, I watch them on YouTube, but I listen to them on SoundCloud, and I've supported them for a while as well. But go check out Double Toasted. Their sense of humor is our sense of humor. I love because it's not like someone telling you like, I saw this movie, got to talk about plot. Plot was good. Actors good. Yeah. Do not watch this. It's like, boy, you got 100 subscribers. I hate when reviewers, and I hope that I never do that to you guys, like, make it seem like, don't watch this movie. Every movie should be watched, just depends where you watch it, but it should be like a conversation, not like a telling you, like, I am the judge, don't watch this movie. I don't care about. Talk about the movie. These guys talk about movies like you're hanging with your bros.
Yeah, exactly.
So, check them out. How great is the Emoji Movie? Also, that's the most underrated film of the year.
Ooh.
Thoughts on Letterboxd. Just because of the rating system, I feel people get very anal. And again, I'm that person who, I don't care so much about the rating system. I care about what you have to say about the movie. And I know Letterboxd is so much like, someone could give the most in-depth thing and they'll be like, I'm not listening to you. You gave it 1 star. But I do want to hop back on it. Have you watched the British TV show Utopia? If not, watch it. That's another one I got to add to my queue. Underrated YouTubers, I would say, I was just mentioning Double Toasted. They haven't broken 100. I think they should have a long time ago because they're awesome.
Oh, definitely. They're the only reviewers I watch anymore.
Yeah, Screen Prism, a shout out to them, who I was talking about. Definitely check them out too. I really like the stuff they do. And I had a bunch in my head that like I watch, and I can't think of them now, but if I think of them later, I will. Where will you go from here? Probably downstairs to watch Game of Thrones and eat some food. Yeah. So it's definitely that. But I'll continue making videos for you guys. Are you in the new HBO Showroom 104? I am not. But if there's more info on that, let me know. Do you watch Film Theory? I used to. And the more that I saw his stuff, and like knowing right from the moment the video dropped that this was all fake, and that it was like dragged out for the 10 minutes, which I respect the craft, you know. I know how AdSense works. I've done it for some videos, and other videos I don't because it doesn't need to be. But the more that I noticed, I was like, I'm watching this like 12-minute video, and it's only part 1. Part 2 never comes out, but part 1 already got disproved. I love the guy. I don't know. I wish he honed in on it more. Your top 3 series. At this moment, Game of Thrones, Westworld, the Fargo series. Your favorite actor or actress? We had said that. Charlize Theron. Gyllenhaal. What's your worst experience watching a movie in the theater? I asked since I recently had a horrible experience watching 70mm IMAX Dunkirk. I feel really bad about that because I hate when people don't know how to do the projector right. And I've had my Dunkirk experience. It was in an ultra screen at a Marcus. It was a fraction of the screen size.
Oh.
And there were stains on there were spots on the projector.
Oh.
I saw a movie there again just this past week. Still had spots on the projector. So I hate when that happens, but I will always say that my worst experience of all time was for Need for Speed. I'm going to make a video about this in the future, but for those of you watching this, Went to an advanced screening for Need for Speed. This was in the city. So behind me are not the most polite people in the world. It's like an entire family. Not only did they sneak in like a cooler full of food and they were popping open the cans. Not during the loud... Need for Speed has races. No, let's not do it that. Let's do it when your boy's talking to Emojin Poots in the most quiet moment. Bags full of stuff. Just crinkling everything. They were burping. They were farting. And they knocked out in the middle of the movie, and they were snoring. When they got up, they kicked our seats, and they just were the first to walk out. I turn around, not only see the entire mess, all their cans, all their food. I found a razor blade in a cup with water and hairs. The man had the man had shaven during the movie. That is the worst experience I've ever had. That nocturnal animal video, though. Thanks for that. That's another video I really do like that I worked on. Are you excited for Good Time Ghost Story, which is technically already out? I saw Ghost Story, and I'm curious to see your guys' thoughts on it. Haven't heard a Good Time left. Nicole says Spielberg never left. We'll talk about that. What do you think about the changing aspect ratios in the middle of the movie? If it's done for no reason, it's dumb. If they do it for a reason, then it's awesome. Any anime? That's your boy. Give him your anime recommendation.
Whoa. Just out of the blue. So much anime. Watch Angel Beats. Watch Full Metal Alchemist. Watch Gintama.
There you go.
Gintama's fucking hilarious. That's what I can say.
The Full Metal Alchemist, I think is what you've told me to watch, right?
Yeah, Brotherhood. I'm trying to get
Brotherhood.
my girlfriend to watch it too right now, and it's the best. It's the best.
So I'm going to get into that. What is the thing that irritates you the most in theaters? When they can't get the projection right? Or when people are just being obnoxious with their cell phones. I'm actually kind of okay if you're talking, and it kind of has to do with the movie. But when you're Snapchatting, when you're like doing your taxes, leave.
When you see that flash.
What did you think of The Master? The directing and the acting is phenomenal. I ain't watching that on a summer's day. Fan of Judd Apatow. Yeah, I don't like how social justice warrior he's been getting, like having to have a female. I'm cool with that. Make her funny, though.
Exactly.
Man, you
Don't
just
get Amy Schumer.
watch Peaky Blinders. That's another one that needs to be on there. What do you think of the new HBO Confederate show? I think Zach and I talked about this. Pretty much, it has to do like we never run the Confederate runs the revolution, and it's by the guys who made Game of Thrones. It is the dumbest thing. I can't wait for it because I'm hoping there's something good about it because it's the guys who are making HBO. We'll see. Have you seen Stranger Things? I have. I am on the side that I think it's more full of nostalgia, but it's good. Have you checked out Sense8 on Netflix? Yeah, I know a lot of people like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it because I was like watching it and I'm like, I didn't feel the characters were developed. Literally, the development was, I'm transsexual, I'm bisexual, I'm gay. And I'm like, that's cool, but I want to get to know like you as a person. But I didn't finish seeing the whole thing, and I know it got canceled, so for those of you who liked it, that kind of sucks. Thoughts on the new HBO series called Confederate? Yeah. What do you think of the new HBO Confederate? Man, y'all really want to know. I'm waiting to see. It might end up being good. I don't know. How is The Dark Tower? Terrible. Do you love cheese?
Is it really bad?
It's funny. I just kept thinking of jokes the entire time. It's not horrendous. It's just so bland. Do you love cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like cream cheese, and on a burger, it's always cheddar. Favorite action movie? The Raids. 1 and 2. Do you disagree with me?
Probably. I'm sure.
Favorite comedy movie? Superbad.
Yeah.
Are you going to make more reviews with Ash on Roll Film one day? I don't know, Ash, are we?
I'd hope so. That shit was fun.
One day. I think we'll bring it back. We just got to find the time, and I think one of our big...
and I still haven't changed it back. Yeah.
As you can see, it says Roll Film there, so for those of you who know that, shout out to you.
Welcome to Roll Film!
Yeah, you guys are the OG fans. Favorite psychological thriller? Damn it, like I have one. Memento. Favorite sports film? Sports movie. Space Jam. Where do you get those posters in your background that are parodies of comic books? Can you give us a detailed look? One day I will. Like there's really cool ones like right there. This is
look. I'd watch that video.
like this is Gone with the Wind. Yeah, this is Gone with the Wind, but as Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, but it's like North by Northwest. You can see that. There's like a bunch of cool ones back there. Pretty much DC had a variant issue. I think it was like in their issue 40s. This was back in 2015. I copped as many as I could. I'm still missing some. There's like some Matrix ones. But yeah, I just like shopping for comic book variants and putting them on my wall when I can.
Yeah.
Favorite horror movie? I love the Scream franchise. I love the first Halloweens. Scary Movie 3. What are your favorite directors? Denis Villeneuve right now, he's a go-to. Baby Driver director, he's a go-to.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright.
His name.
Favorite Kanye West album? That's really... I want to say Graduation. But I'm a big fan of 808 and Heartbreaks. I won't say it's his best, but that hits me home, and I love that. They don't speak Spanish in Brazil. They speak Portuguese. What do you think of the new HBO Confederate show? That's a really good question. We answered that. Favorite TV show of all time? Lost. And that, when I make that video, will be my favorite video that I've ever worked on. What did you think of The Master? Again, good acting in it. Who's your favorite Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire. But I do think my boy is a better Peter Parker. This new one, Tom Holland. But Spider-Man 2, I still think is one of the best. It is the best Spider-Man movie, in my opinion. One of the best superhero movies. Favorite Woody Allen film? I want to say Midnight in Paris.
That's what I'd say.
That's a recent one, but it's a really good one. Best and worst Pixar movies? Hate Cars 2, Toy Story 1, and Finding Nemo are my favorite. Finding Nemo is the movie that I've seen the most in theaters. 17 times. Yeah. Or 7 times. It was a 17. I was like, whoa. Favorite Coen Brothers movie? If you got one, let me know. Because for me, it's usually Big Lebowski.
Yeah, me too.
But I really like the Hudsucker Proxy. That's an underrated one from them. Favorite Scorsese film? Goodfellas. I know a lot of people say Wolf of Wall Street now, but for me, it's still Goodfellas.
Taxi Driver.
It's good. Have you been to Ireland? No. If you can cop me some cheap tickets off of Southwest Airlines, I'll be there. Favorite Tarantino movie besides Django? That's a real fan right there. They know. They know.
Yeah.
They know.
All days.
Pulp. Probably Pulp Fiction for me.
Yeah, me too.
His favorite Zack Snyder movie? Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of Justice.
Favorite Fincher movie?
7.
Yeah, 7. Favorite Rob Schneider movie? The Animal. No, The Hot Chick. Got to get that Keystone, boy.
Ridiculous 6.
That's my boy Zach. Shout out to him and the Keystone Gang. Let's see. What is your favorite horror franchise? I would say the Scream movies. I just love how it takes all the aspects of everything else that he had made and the kind of like satire is done. Favorite movie franchise?
Ooh. What you got, son?
I don't know if I have a favorite movie franchise. Trying to look over at my list. Yeah, the Tarantino cinematic universe that is kind of connected, but not really. Favorite classic movie? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Casablanca.
What do you think of the new HBO Confederate show? Well, why isn't Ash making more reviews?
I'm currently trying to find the motivation. I think I'm at that point, Art, and I know you know what I mean because you hit it. And when you got over it, where you just like, you realize you're just the same as everyone else, and you're like,
you'll find something. I'm telling you, anime.
You want to do something that's uniquely you.
Anime.
It's like I know anime, but it's like I want to focus on making my reviews entirely for the meme.
Do that.
Just entirely for the joke. I have an emoji movie script right now that I want to do. Like, it's just at this point, it's that, and it's finding the time.
I have an idea.
Out of my house right now.
I have an idea for you, and I was actually going to pitch this for you before the joke. And I know now we're talking. There's people watching us, so I can't tell you this business proposal that I have for you. Okay. So I'm just going to leave them hanging. We're going to talk about this afterwards because I think it may go with you. Yeah. I think it may go with your emoji movie script because I have one too.
Yeah.
Favorite Oscar winner? Whiplash for editing, sure. Guilty pleasure? A Walk to Remember. And The Time Traveler's Wife. I've always said those two are my guilty pleasures. Favorite room from the scene? A lot of people say the hi Mark. I love the hi doggy.
I quote hi Dougie every day of my life.
So probably that. What did you think of The Dark Tower? I thought it was extremely boring. Should Get Out deserve Oscar buzz? I don't think it's that type of movie.
No.
But if it does, people want it to get Oscar buzz, but then when it doesn't, they go, yeah, what are the Oscars? They suck anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite Akira Kurosawa movie? Probably between Ran, or obviously Seven Samurai because everyone takes from that movie.
That's true. That being
Favorite
said, the best one is
Bennett
Yojimbo.
Miller film. I can't think of Bennett Miller off the top of your head, so can you search up who this man is? Give me some of his
Bennett
movies.
Miller?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to some of the other ones. What are you expecting of The Incredibles 2? I'm expecting to rewatch Incredibles 1 because I was never on that hype train.
Oh, really?
Favorite Ed Wood film. The one where he got see.
nice.
I love Ed Wood. Ed Wood is probably my favorite Burton film. So, whatever movie it was that he got baptized to get funding, that one.
Yeah.
What if you randomly switch the live stream to Spanish so everyone gets confused for a while? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasa? Ash, why aren't you making more reviews and things like that? Thoughts on the CW? I think they get shows that you can just consume really quick and you watch in the background. So I watch the CW for that. But I like shows where I'm invested. I like the shows where it's like, oh, you turned away? Well, now you have no idea what's happening. What are your thoughts on The Disaster Artist? I hope it's good. Supposedly, what's his name kind of gave his blessing on it. So
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of The Master, the Confederate show? Are you going to make more reviews with Ash on Real Film? Your favorite foreign films, favorite HBO show? Have you seen Jay-Z's new album? What are your thoughts on it? Got a video, so check that out. I did like it. Favorite Iñárritu film? Amores Perros. Best directed movie? Ooh. Citizen Kane, I would want to say. Just read up on that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What are your thoughts on viewing or supporting the work of more publicly controversial directors? Again, to keep it brief. I am one where I want to see the movie and judge it as a movie and try to keep him by the side, but I completely understand if you can't. And I completely understand it more if it's like some pedophile and then you watch the movie and it's about pedophilia. So I get that. What is your favorite metaphorical film? I would say Enemy is a metaphor for, I'm not going to spoil it, but for what it's supposed to be. Best Terrence Malick film? Thin Red Line, in my opinion. Do you like the Beatles? Yes. Yeah. Ash's laugh is hilarious. It is. Favorite YouTube film? Favorite Kubrick film? It's between The Shining and I love the first half of Full Metal Jacket. You agree? Favorite Hitchcock film?
With Doctor Strange.
Between Rear Window or Rope, just because of the whole way that
so underrated.
The way that he shot it, yeah. Added the invisible guest. Good job.
Birdman before Birdman.
Favorite Seinfeld episode? I gotta watch Seinfeld and I gotta watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, dude! You gotta get on that train.
Larry
David's coming back. We get that HBO just for that.
I have it and I'm going to watch it. Who's your favorite movie critic on YouTube? Like I said, I don't really care about someone critiquing. I care about someone just like discussing the movie, not being like overly hyped on it. So I always will say Double Toasted. But if I can think, there's someone like who I do like, who's critical, who I think I would say Kermody. I always mispronounce his name. The British dude from the BBC Radio. I think like when he knows how to argue well his points. So I'll say him. Favorite Captain Vitus show episode?
Is that really a question?
Was it on yours when we had the Django?
Oh, it might have been. No, it was on Chase's.
Okay.
It was on his director's bracket.
Then whatever month in review we just went crazy on. What is your favorite Tarantino film? Django. Any thoughts on the Irish scenes in the new Star Wars movie? Not necessarily. Favorite film podcast? Double Toasted. Favorite journalism movie? I know there's that news one where he's like yelling with all the clocks in the back and technically he's like a news reporter, so I'll say that one. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name right now. Most overhyped film of the year? What are the Marvel movies that have come out?
Spooderman and Guardians 2. And I thought Spooderman was pretty overhyped.
I'll leave it with yours. Have you seen Tickled? No, but I do want to see it. Favorite rom-com? Superbad. That was a romance between Michael Cera and him. Favorite documentary?
That's a rom-com.
I'm gonna name a couple right now. Go watch The Imposter. Go watch Dear Zachary. Go watch those and bring tissues. Favorite romantic drama? I'll walk to remember. Favorite stoner comedy? Pineapple Express is pretty good.
Pineapple Express is so fucking good.
Do you watch Chris Stuckman? I do. Like if it's like something that I'm very curious, because he's very early on So I end up finding I watch Chris Stuckman when he does like an early review, and I'm curious to hear what he says. Screen Prism is pretty dope. Yes. Favorite actor and actress, like we said, Gyllenhaal. Favorite Netflix show right now? BoJack Horseman. What am I saying? BoJack Horseman.
Oh yeah. And Wet Hot American Summer just put out their new season.
So I gotta check that.
Yeah.
Do you watch The Nostalgia Critic? I don't watch The Nostalgia Critic, but I watch The Nostalgic Chick, which that's not really her name. Lindsay Ellis.
Shittick.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Favorite album movie? I know it's not a movie, but I'm gonna say The Wire. Do you watch Channel Criswell? I do. I'm subscribed to him. He hasn't posted something in a while, but his voice, it's not an insult, but his voice kind of puts me to sleep. But I really like the way that he covers subjects. I met Matt Pat. He's a huge a-hole. Okay, dang. You seen Hannibal? I have not. Have you seen it?
Neither have I.
Okay. I have a good things. Got to put that on there. Favorite Shyamalan movie?
I've had it recommended to me.
Favorite Shyamalan movie? I know how to... Unbreakable. I was gonna say Unbreakable.
Signs.
Okay. Signs is dope too.
I'm a weirdo who loves signs.
Do you like pandas? Expressively, yes. Who would win in a fight, Ash or Art? It would end in love. Favorite Jason Friedberg, Aaron Seltzer movie?
It would be like the
all of them.
Pokemon movie.
Favorite Wes Anderson film?
Ooh,
Moonrise Kingdom. Hey, have you seen Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't, but I've had it recommended to me a lot.
Favorite screenwriters and screenplays? I know it's cliche, but I really do like Sorkin. I think the way he writes is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I also love reading Edgar Wright's scripts, just because it's like he's already editing in his mind. Favorite live-action theatrical release Transformer movie that came out after 2007? None of them. Biggest fear.
Yeah.
Losing my vision. That's my biggest fear.
That's a big one, actually.
Akira or Spirited Away? I personally am going to go Spirited Away. Captain Underpants Easter eggs? Maybe. You're an Ice and Death Note. Also Attack on Titan. Thoughts on Yorgos Lanthimos? I love that dude. That dude makes some crazy stuff. This is the guy who made The Lobster. This is the guy who made Dogtooth. And I think he makes some really crazy films. And I know he's got a new one that's coming out. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Favorite comedy? Superbad.
Me too.
Favorite? I know you froze. But
yeah, I froze for a second there. Everything went dark. I was like, I lost my vision.
At the moment I said that. Favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie? For me is Magnolia. Sure.
I like the Adam Sandler one.
Favorite South Park episode is the Mormon episode.
Oh, that's like choosing children.
Yeah.
And I think it's still Korn's Groovy Pirate Mystery.
Is Suicide Squad the worst movie ever?
I love that shit.
No. What movie you don't like but everyone else does? Boyhood? I don't hate Boyhood though, but that's like a big one that I always get in arguments with. Favorite Orson Welles movie? Citizen Kane. What did you think of The Lobster? Very slow. Ooh. It's one of those movies you watch it. For me, it was like, okay, that was like very intriguing. I was watching the whole time. But then it's after you're done watching it that you go, that kind of means something metaphorically.
It really kicks in, yeah.
Did you watch Lady Macbeth? I did not watch Lady Macbeth at Sundance, so I'm going to check it up soon. Let's see. Favorite Fassbender movie? Between Shame or 12 Years, he was pretty dope. If you were on an island with a can of piss and a can of Keystone, I'm taking the piss. Mad Max Fury Road is the best in my opinion. Favorite film from Satoshi Kon? I don't know who that is, but if you have a good one from him, let me know. Favorite contained thriller? Buried. Favorite film from Werner Herzog? Sadly, I am not up to date with my Werner Herzog.
Neither am I.
Thoughts on Call Me By Your Name trailer? I had thoughts on the movie, and let's go watch it. Top 5 Coen Brother films? Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski, Big Lebowski, Big Lebowski.
Yeah. Inside Llewyn Davis. That movie's awesome.
Seth Rogen, They Say Hi.
Hello.
Favorite Will Ferrell movie? Step Brothers is my brother and I. We're not Step Brothers, but Step Brothers is a movie that him and I adore. Favorite porn parody title? My man froze. I guess he's trying to think of one. There was whatever the Back to the Future one was. That one was pretty funny. Have you watched Super Carlin Brothers? I do. I've seen some of their Pixar stuff, but I try not to when I'm making my Pixar stuff. Any upcoming fall movies that you're looking forward to that are not big blockbusters? Call Me By Your Name, just to rewatch it. Do you like Interstellar? I think it's good, but that's an overhyped movie. I think Interstellar's overhyped.
So do I.
What do you think is the most pretentious film you have ever seen? Under the Skin. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Really? Um, I don't know.
See, Ed is
I feel
making.
like I have one. It'll come to me later.
Someone says, "I'm a Mexican." Yes. Favorite movie set in Boston besides The Departed? I would say Good Will Hunting. That's on the Before trilogy. I have to sit down and watch them again now. Now that I'm like in a 5-year relationship, I saw them all like before I started. I think
Yeah.
the Midnight one had come out right when we got started, but I
Yeah.
need to watch them
I
again.
just bought them on Criterion.
Dope. Hey, ship them to me,
I'm
all right?
very- Oh, okay.
Favorite
Come on over, bro.
favorite
Okay.
number 7. Let's see. Favorite Denis Villeneuve movie? Enemy. I have to watch Hannibal. Favorite Mel Gibson movie? I actually do like Passion of the Christ. I think even if you're not religious, I think it's what
Yeah.
Snyder has been trying to make for the longest time. Thoughts on Matt Reeves directing and co-producing? Look, Matt Reeves has never made a bad movie. I don't think people understand that. So I'm all for it. Favorite Criterion, and do you have a Blu-ray Criterion? I don't collect a lot of movies, surprisingly, but I do want to get some Wes Anderson Criterion movies, and I do want to get the Phoenix
yeah.
Criterion. And I don't know if Enemy has a Criterion, but if it did, I would buy it.
It does not at the moment, but
Can't
Yeah.
support it. Let's see. Thank you, Abdullah. Shout out to you. Thanks for watching. What's your favorite Andrei Tarkovsky film? Oh, that's between Solaris or Stalker. Stalker's imagery is just insane, but I need to watch the rest of his stuff. You go to COD, correct? Ever plan on doing a meetup? Maybe. See, the thing is, the college that I go to, it's a community college. I went back there for film, and I have like run into some people who are like, "Yo, you're on YouTube," and I'm like, "I am." But I don't know if people know me or not, because sometimes I show my face, sometimes I don't. But if that's a thing you guys want, sure. Maybe a Chicago one. Maybe a Chicago meetup. Favorite Gravity Falls episode? I have to watch it. Ash looks like Sami Zayn.
who's a Sami Zayn?
I don't know, but you look like him. Grandmaster Flash album. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Favorite Lindsay Lohan film? This is important. All right, let me take a moment with this. It's Freaky Friday.
It's
I don't know
Mean
what.
Girls.
Oh, you're right. It's Mean
Or
Girls.
it's Herbie Fully Loaded. Like, I don't know.
Big fan of your channel. Is this your full-time job? It's practically my part-time, being able to do a bunch of freelance stuff that I like to do. So there are months, I mean, if for those of you who know YouTube, if I have a really good month, it works. When I don't, it doesn't. I do have a Patreon. I never want it to be like people giving me a lot of money, so it's like I want to change it to be more of a tip jar. But pretty much my videos, whenever I have one that blows up, that's when I have a good month and I can focus on other projects. So really, when you guys share the videos and you guys watch it and comment, it does help because it helps the videos get more attention for the channel. What did you think of John Wick Chapter 2? Not as good as John Wick Chapter 1. Best Denzel movie. Training Day. Favorite pussy? Puss in Boots from Shrek 2.
What?
Favorite show that was canceled? Freaks and Geeks. Worst movie ever? Movie 42. Is he behind or
Movie
something?
42.
You guys are posting a lot of comments, so I know if you guys are like watching in the future and your chat looks completely different. I'm trying to catch up. Thoughts on Swiss Army Man and The Hunt for the Wilder People. Still have to see Hunt, Swiss Army Man. It's funny. It's good. How come you hated Disneyland and the Star Tours ride? It's because you weren't there to guide me, Ryan. That's why. Favorite Travis Knight film? This is the guy from Leica. I think he only has like one film, which I think was
Kubo, right?
Kubo, yeah. What did you think of John Wick Chapter 2? That was good. Thoughts on the horror film Sleep Tight? Have to watch it. Favorite war movie? Private Ryan or The Flags of Our Fathers? What was the other one? Letters to Iwo Jima. Let's see. Favorite Planet of the Apes movie? Dawn. Favorite Cumberbatch movie? I don't know. I had to watch more Cumberbatch work to know one. Yeah. Best and worst Michael Bay. Bad Boys 2. The fourth Transformers movies is worse.
Yeah.
That's on Lights Camera Jackson. Lights Camera Jackson. I'm all for, like, you know what? I know we make fun of him, whatever, but he is a jerk. He's a jerk.
He's a dick, yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on Fargo. Movie's great. TV series might even make it better, especially because season 2 had Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Favorite episode of Breaking Bad. The bell one. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I'm talking about. Favorite SNL skit? There's a Beauty and the Beast skit. Check it out. Where they get confused and the Beast thinks that it's the Beauty. He thinks it's Belle who's the ugly one. And that's what's supposed to change. That's on Ralph the Movie Maker. He's a really young dude, and he's blowing up. I think he makes a lot of cool stuff. If you could cause any animal to become extinct, which would it be? Flies. Favorite
Hippo.
Spike Lee film? I want to say Do the Right Thing, but I need to see more Spike Lee films. Favorite YouTuber? I can't answer that at the moment because I have a couple that I watch, and I feel like I'm just going to keep going back to Double Toasted, but I don't consider them YouTube. I consider them podcasts. Best written movie. This isn't the best written movie, but off the top of my head, recently, I'm going to say Steve Jobs. Yeah. Favorite Captain Vitus show moment? Whenever he laughs. Thoughts on directors such as John Ford, John Huston, all those. I think they're really good. All the war movies that they did back in the day. I'm a big fan of when AMC plays those. So
yeah,
I'm all for them. Have you 5 came back? I'm not sure what that means. First video I saw you was How DC Broke Me. I love the video. Thank you. What do you think of Drake's dance movies? I think he means dance moves. They're dope. Watch Cena. Isn't Dear Zachary that doc? Yes, it is. Nicole, you recommended me that one. Favorite current black and white movie?
Current?
I don't know, a current one, but like the one that's my favorite right now. It's always been 12 Angry Men.
That's good.
What are your thoughts on Master of None or Glow? Have to watch Glow. Master of None, I think, is fantastic. I don't think it's perfect. I think it's flawed in many ways, and I think that's what makes it so good. Do you watch Breaking Banter? I've stumbled upon some of their videos. I really like their, I don't know if they're brothers or if they're friends, but they like do this thing where like they finish each other's sentences. So I think they have a really good, good dynamic. I love your voice, ATZ. Thank you. Most disappointing movie, I will always say this and go back to it. Rise. Dark Knight Rises. And the reason it was so disappointing, I'm not even going to explain the movie. I'm just going to say it was so disappointing. That was the first time my girlfriend and I got into an argument. Have you watched Rick and Morty? Yeah. Have you watched Rick and Morty? I haven't. I need to. I don't know if it's going to live up to the hype everyone keeps saying, but I am.
I've been trying to hype this up for you for like ever.
Got the Hulu. I'm going to work on it. Favorite Morgan Freeman movie? Cliche, but I'm going Shawshank. Best Game of Thrones season. I think 3 has the craziest stuff, but season 2 is the best dialogue. Best decade for movies. A lot of people like to say 80s.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to say 70s. I personally will go 70s.
I'll go 80s.
Favorite Jake Gyllenhaal role? Boy, I can't even. Enemy.
Yeah.
Donnie
He's
Darko.
good at everything. Even in movies that are like okay.
Oh,
he's still
Nightcrawler.
amazing.
Yeah.
He was the best part of Okja.
Favorite Tim Robbins movie besides Shawshank and Mystic River? This person knows me a little too well, and they know that those are my 2 favorite Tim Robbins movies. I'm not going to answer another one. But I'm going to say the Hudsucker Proxy because he was in that. That was the Coen Brothers movie we brought up. Have you read Fight Club 2? No, I keep checking it out in the library, and I don't finish it, but it's a comic, and I'm huge into comics, so I will finish that one time. Favorite rap song? Anything off the new Ugly God? Booty Tape? Favorite Bong Joon-ho movie? Did you like Okja? Okja was cool.
I enjoyed Okja. I think I enjoyed Jake Gyllenhaal more than the entire movie, but
I like the host a bit more.
Yeah.
Godfather 2 is better than Godfather 1. Do any of you own the Nintendo Switch? I'm thinking of getting one once there's actual games, like a good amount of games.
They finally have started popping up. I'm going to get one as soon as I get my next paycheck if it's big enough.
Favorite 20s movies. I don't know if 12 Angry Men was from the 20s. Probably not. So I'm going to say The Great Train Robbery. Aronofsky. Did they spell? What's Aronofsky's first name? Darren Aronofsky.
Darren.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't process it. Favorite Darren Aronofsky. Probably The Fountain.
Yeah.
Life goals. To be able to continue doing what I'm doing. Being able to express how art can reflect life. I know it's a little pretentious. Reflect life. But one of my favorite things, like with movie, like I think art is for entertainment, but I also like the fact, like what I do a lot with my freelance work is like being able to edit things, or like work on things that help people. Like commercials, I believe, are art because you're helping a business that otherwise wouldn't grow. You know what I mean? And just to be able to work in the film industry in any shape, not even if it's not Hollywood, but just in the independent circuit. If I'm in Houston, if I'm in Atlanta, Chicago is blowing up with TV as well, or just even on YouTube and being able to have discussions like this to, I don't know, for people to watch a movie, be like, it made me feel something, I don't know why, and then we have that discussion and you go, okay, now I see things differently. I think movies can give you a different viewpoint of things, and if I can continue doing this and be able to provide for my family, that's a life goal. Who would play you in a movie as an adult? What's his name?
Tony Ravioli.
Tony Ravioli. Yeah. Favorite
Tony.
Richard Linklater film? School of Rock. Favorite Godard film? I always forget it, but I saw it recently. It's the one with like all the blue paint and stuff. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. Godard sounds like someone that Godzilla would have fought.
I had just seen it because of Raw. But that one. Favorite Ryan Reynolds movie? There's a lot off the top of my head. I really like Buried. I purchased it, so there's that. ¿Alguna vez viste a Andrés Navy? I don't know who that is. Yo lo vi ahora, me estresa demasiado. It was in Spanish. They asked if I knew somebody named Andrés. I don't.
Yeah.
But have you seen Paris, Texas? That is a beautiful looking film. Favorite musical? High School Musical 2. Did you watch Overdrive? You should. It's like Fast and Furious. I gotta check it out then. What do you think of the rapper cinematic universe? It's dumb because it's a real cinematic universe. And like I've said it's biased. Just make them individual films. Favorite hentai? That's for you, dude. Any good ones?
There's one in particular that I enjoy a lot. There's actually one where there's a bunch of people and they're trying to make a video game, but it's a sex video game and it's one guy and a bunch of girls. And to make the video game, the one guy and the girls have to do things so they can do things. And I went way too deep into that.
Add it to your queue list.
Now know that's a real thing.
Are you a fan of Avatar: Last Airbender? Gotta catch up on it. How many times has that been mistaken for Seth Rogen? Every day of his life. Watch everything by Satoshi. I will. Favorite Scarlett Johansson movie? Lost in Translation? Maybe? Probably not, though. What did Under the Skin ever do to you? It was pretentious. That's what it did. Favorite movie set in Miami? Scarface. Favorite Milos Forman movie? I always mix it up. But if Milos Forman was the guy who did Amadeus, then that one. Opinion on Friends TV show? It's a classic. Favorite Frasier episode? Not a big fan of Frasier. We'll catch up to it. Do I watch Mr. Robot? I have to watch season 2, but I think it's really good. Polytechnic or Arrival? I need to watch Polytechnic again. Arrival, though, is super, super dope. Thoughts on socialism and capitalism? They're both great. Amadeus, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I'm going Amadeus over One Flew Over. Weren't you doing a collab with Say Goodnight Kevin? I am. We got some things up our sleeve, and now that I hit 100,000, you guys need to subscribe to Say Goodnight Kevin because he's dope, even if you're not religious, because he does make his, like where he rips on Christian movies. You need to watch him. He's fantastic. Favorite Michael Keaton movie that doesn't have the word man in it? This man's just...
Mr. Mom.
There you go. Favorite violent movie, for example, first half of Martyrs.
Django.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even though there's no violence in the first one. Do you think that box office movies can do anything about piracy? No. I think the theater system just needs to fix a better way to be able to distribute movies and not have it be so costly that ticket prices have to be so high. Favorite Sugar Hill Gang album, whichever one Rapper's Delight is on. Did you ever see the movie A Serbian Film? If not, don't. I'm going to watch it now. Are you going to review more movies on Letterboxd? Perhaps. Favorite Clint Eastwood directed movie? Mystic River. Favorite Clint Eastwood movie not directed? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Thoughts on Old Boy? It's jacked up. Thoughts on Tyler, the Creator? He's pretty interesting. Best superhero movie ever? Dark Knight. If you were part of a human centipede, who would you choose to be in your front and your back? Ash? And then Ash. No, it would be me. I'm going to make a clone of myself. What do you think on the actor Jack O'Connell? Really good. I wish he got more roles. I think the last big thing he was in was Unbroken. Cinema Sins or Cinema Wins? I'm going to go Cinema Wins because Cinema Sins makes jokes that I don't find funny. They're not really doing any sins that much. Do you like Joris L's Alexandria? I believe this is, if he's the YouTuber, he's a pretty cool dude. I know he does a couple of reaction stuff. Is your belly button in or out? I don't have one. Have you read Fight Club 2? Going to. What's the best Pixar film? In my opinion, Toy Story. I'm a filmmaker and I made a movie. Would you like to watch it? Here's the thing. I get a lot of those. So it's not to like bash you in any way, shape, or form. But if you send it to me, I might get to it. Maybe. Do you watch Video Game Donkey? Yes. He's hilarious. I know Ash is a big fan. That was from Ryan, by the way. Real life story that would make a great movie. I don't know if you're talking about me. But Queen. Freddie Mercury needs that movie been done. Best Steve Jobs movie not written by Aaron Sorkin. The one with Justin Long. That's on the wall. If this is the wall, like that's actually being built,
Or that John Cena movie.
or the John Cena movie, I don't know. Have you seen Swiss Army Man? Pretty good. Best movie of 2016 so far. Or 2016. Boy, we in 2017.
I think the best movie of 2016 so far is Bratz, the movie.
Favorite villain, Marvel and DC. It's the Joker. You know this, and it's gonna be Loki for the other one. Favorite joke. Here's a good one. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the house. Knock knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
It's to get to the idiot's house.
I've always liked that joke. Let's see. Do you watch Archer? I've only watched the first 2 seasons, so I need to get there. Favorite All the Family episodes? Let's see. Terminator movies besides 1 and 2. They don't exist for me. Do you think that Dark Knight Rises would have been better if the villain was the Riddler? Maybe. Is being gay a choice? I don't know. You choose. Have you watched Supernatural? I have not, but a lot of people are fans of that. Whiplash or Dark Knight? I'm going to have to go Whiplash. Friends to Show? I got a buddy right here. Favorite role by Sissy Spacek? Carrie. Shout out to the booty tape. Do you like musicians Pendulum or Netsky? I have not heard of them. So, 20 Angry Men was 1957. Dang. Favorite Natalie Portman besides Black Swan? Leanne the Professional. Are you swagalicious? Of course. What is your favorite Edgar Who movie? Can't think of one else.
Edgar what?
How did you two meet? I think it was ChristianMingle.com. That's where you and I met.
Yeah.
Don't have a Twitter, so if you do a Chicago meetup, please post on YouTube. Have you ever wanted... I work at the Marcus in Addison, by the way. Yo, whoever this is, Skillful Cuckoo, then you might have seen me because I go to the Marcus in Addison theater all the time. And I got one request for you. Fix that ultra screen, all right? Yo, drop me your name. I'm going to meet up with you, and I'm going to bring some Windex so we can clean that thing. Favorite movie by David Lynch? I'm watching Twin Peaks right now. So
am I.
And I know that's not a movie, but so far that's pretty dope.
Much.
Will the Pez movie be better or worse than the Emoji movie?
I forgot that was happening.
I hope it's worse. I hope it's worse.
So do I.
Guy on the right has a very handsome beard. Do you watch the Emoji movie? It's a Citizen Kane of animated movie. Yes, it is. Favorite crime movie? 7, I want to say, because it's literally just on a bunch of stuff, bad things that happen. Saw franchise.
Yeah.
Decent. Do you watch John Oliver? I do. Favorite noir film? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Do you like Hertzfeld? He's great. One thing on your bucket list, to travel the entire world. Like, I literally want to go everywhere, but one of the things I do, I want to watch a baseball game in every stadium in the United States. I want to see the Cubs play in every stadium of the United States.
Yeah.
Get Out or Lobster? Get Out, from watching it with friends. Has visto Friends? Yes. Have you seen Hamilton? For those of you who have Spotify or Apple Music, listen to Hamilton and then try to save up and watch it because it is fantastic. Movie you have seen the most times, period. It's between The Dark Knight or A Finding Nemo.
Ghost Rider.
Really?
One summer I watched it every single morning.
That's crazy. Yo, we're almost caught up with these people right now. That's on the movie Drive. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I know it's not what people were expecting, but it's fantastic. Do you think La La Land or Moonlight should have won Best Picture? I'm cool with Moonlight winning Best Picture because it kind of changes the narrative of what everyone's been saying. Yeah. It's not my personal favorite, and that's one of the things people need to understand. Like, if it's not your personal favorite, your personal favorite doesn't need to win. Your favorite movie is your favorite movie. I do think La La Land was better directed, which is the award that it got. Favorite movie by Alfred Hitchcock? I said Rope, Rear Window. Favorite James McAvoy film?
Ooh.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I am going to say Atonement. Even though doesn't have the biggest role in there, but I mean he's in there. Yeah. Have you seen Reefer Madness? Have not.
No.
Thoughts on iZombie? Have not seen it. Favorite James Cameron movie? Titanic. Like,
Aww.
Boy, I got the VHS, the 2 VHS thing.
Yeah.
Favorite movie? Space Jam. Have you checked out Captain Christian's YouTube videos? The man's fantastic. The man is a legend.
Yeah.
And he just barely. Have you seen his stuff?
Captain Christian?
Yeah.
No.
It's insane.
Does he like that Jesus fella?
A little bit.
Or is his name that? Okay.
No, it's crazy. Will The Last Jedi make more money than The Force Awakens? I personally don't.
Probably not.
I don't think so because of the hype that was bottled in. Favorite Will Smith movie between Bad Boys 2 or Hancock. Favorite movie by Tim Burton? Ed Wood. Favorite Irish movie? Is the Boondock Saints Irish?
Yeah.
Boondock Saints 1. Let's see. Have you seen Dexter? No, my girlfriend has. She has like all the stuff, so one day I'll watch it. Interstellar, The Martian, or Gravity? Believe it or not, I'm going Interstellar, Gravity, and I'm giving The Martian to a homeless person to use it as a coaster. Favorite Edgar Wright film? Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Are you a fan of the Beatles or Pink Floyd? I can't say I'm an avid fan, but I do like listening to them. I said flan. Thoughts on Scarface and Memento reboots? Yeah. If they do them well, sure. The Departed was a reboot, so we'll see.
Exactly.
And the first Scarface was a reboot, or the Scarface people know the most is like a third reboot.
Exactly.
Favorite John Singleton movie? If John Singleton was the guy who did Boys in the Hood, then Boys in the Hood. Favorite Rush song? Limelight. Boy, when Limelight comes out, down. Let's see. Saw franchise, okay. Favorite movie by John Carpenter, The Thing. Favorite movie by Wes Craven. I can't pick between... I want to say New Nightmare, because New Nightmare is kind of dope. If you haven't seen New Nightmare,
Nightmare looks weird, but I want to watch it.
You need to watch it because it's all based off of a script that they're writing in the movie. All I'm gonna say.
I know it. I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Favorite tragedy movie or show?
The Emoji Movie.
Lost. That was a tragedy. They crash. Favorite Tyler Perry besides Gone Girl? The new Medea movie that's coming out. Favorite Brad Pitt movie? 7 again. I guess I'm going with that. Star Wars. That was the question. Yes. That's in The Disaster Artist, which is a movie about the room. We said we hope it's good. Favorite Eric Clapton song? I can't really think one off the top of my head, but Eric Clapton has one of my favorite quotes that he said the way he used to write music was by having vinyls playing in the other room and thinking he was hearing a melody.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that sounds really good. He would go and it sounds nothing like it. But then he would take what he thought he heard. And I was like, that's genius. Do you ever have that where like you like fall asleep and you're like, did I dream that? Is that from somewhere? I don't know. I'm owning, like, I don't know. I've always thought that was really cool.
Yeah. The answer is Tears in Heaven's by the way.
I'm gonna go with him. What's your favorite ice cream?
Man, maybe.
I love coffee ice cream. Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream is pretty good. Thoughts on The Nice Guys? I think it's good, but I thought it was a little overhyped.
You can go and watch that episode of Roll Film right now.
Okay, that's funny. That is the last episode of Roll Film that we have up on the secondary channel. Most disgusting.
Really? Oh,
yeah, it's the last. I believe it's the last one.
So it'll be easy to find.
Maybe. I want to say it is. Most disgusting movie ever watched.
I
want to say it's Solo. They eat Solo. It's like an older movie, maybe 60s, maybe 70s. They eat poop, and they're like in a cult. Favorite Batman and Robin moment. When
the bat card.
How did you know? How did you know? When he takes out the credit card and he says, "Put it on that." Okay, that should tell you that it is. We were thinking of the same thing. Thoughts on Gone Girl and Rosamund Pike? I think Rosamund Pike was fantastic, but I read the book before it, and I think it's a lot better as a book because you're reading her journal as opposed to seeing it. Thoughts on Adam Sandler? Man hustles, but every now and then, like every decade, he comes out with a good role. Punch Drunk Love. Suppose he's got a new one coming out this year. Whiplash or La La Land? Whiplash. What makes a man? Honor, respect, and looking out for their family. Favorite Adam Sandler. Oh, wait, actually, I missed my quote. A man cannot be a real man unless he provides for his family. That's what the quote should be.
There you go.
Favorite Adam Sandler movie that isn't good? Is Waterboy good? Is Little Nicky good? Because I like those. Most anticipated movie for the rest of 2017. Again, Call Me by Your Name, and that's because I've seen it and I want to see it again. Have you liked Picture yet on The Boy? We're very close. Timothy Hendrickson. Are you religious? I think when people say religious, like I want to say yes. Not 'cause I'm ashamed of it anyway, but I think when people say religious, they think of it like it should be a relationship, a spiritual relationship if you're religious in any way. So yeah, I'd put it like that. I love reading into every different religion. I guess Christianity is what you would say that I'm in. I read the Bible, but I love reading the Quran. The Book of Mormon's fantastic, first of all. But just understanding why people believe in what they believe in. But I mean, I question a lot of stuff. But I want to say that there is a higher power. That's my thing. I know you feel a little bit differently.
Yeah, I'm an atheist.
You just believe in the anime gods.
I I believe Nicolas Cage created the Earth with Mountain Dew and bit off Adam and Steve's dicks.
You're saying too
It's
much.
a
You're saying
whole
too much.
thing.
You're saying too much. Their brains are gonna
There's a
explode.
movie you can look up. It's called Cage the Great and Powerful. It's about the creation of this Earth. It was directed by a guy who's named Me, and it's great.
Hey, there you go. Thoughts on TMZ? Sometimes a necessary evil, but they get in the way. Thoughts on Food Fight? Have to watch it. How do you feel about Donald Trump? He's president. You can still make something of yourself, which is what I've been saying, even when I get backlash. He's president, but look at me. I still hit 100,000 subscribers. I am Sinbad. You two are Tony Ravioli and Seth Rogen. Let's go. Let's collab. Make a movie. In my country, Bolivia, there is really nowhere to find original Blu-rays and DVDs. There is only pirated movies. What should I do to watch films? What are your thoughts on piracy? I'm going to be completely honest. Sometimes when I can't find a movie and I find a stream online, I watch it. When the movie gets released on DVD or whatever, I purchase it and send whatever it needs to be. But that's what I'm talking about, being able to fix it. It needs to be more accessible for people who can't get it, because this man's in another country, and it's sort of like, yeah, you're in another country. But when people can't get the movies and they're like here, one, I would say move from Minnesota. If you're living in Minnesota, well, there's a reason you ain't getting those movies. But I don't know. I think there needs to be better distribution stuff. What do you think about Akira based on how a Ghost in a Shell was? I think it all depends on the director and who you get. Who is this guy beside you? Captain Vitus Show. If you know him, you're an OG fan. Have you seen the Hotel Chevalier?
Oh, I have.
What is it?
It's the short film that plays before Darjeeling Limited. I know because my girlfriend's super into it, and we watched it together. It's really good. It's very Wes Anderson.
Let's see. Favorite outer space movie? Probably Alien. Favorite Jersey Shore episode? When Snooki got in the fight. No lie, the Dark Tower in the top right bugged me so bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Favorite Hamilton song? Can't do me like that, but it's between My Shot, when he first meets Aaron Burr. I really love the Wait for It. So there's a couple. I just love the whole thing in general. Have you been in a D-box seating? Look, I've always said this, 3D movies, D-box, all that stuff. Movies shouldn't come out at you. Movies should bring you in. Quote me on that. Favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
Ooh,
National Treasure 1.
Ghost Rider.
Spielberg or Scorsese?
Who?
Spielberg or Scorsese? Scorsese.
It's like Scorsese now, but Spielberg still did Indiana Jones.
Spielberg's been Scorsese's been consistent throughout, I want to say.
It's not about consistency. It's more to me.
It is about consistency.
Quantity. Yeah.
Lenin or Stalin? Lenin, because if I say that, maybe they'll think I'm talking about the Beatle. Any Criterion Collection suggestions? Phoenix. Do you feel bad for
that one movie?
Which one?
Eyes Without a Face. Watch that.
Okay. Do you feel bad for Peggy Schlo? I don't know who that is. P.S. What times do you usually come to the theater? And also, it's pronounced Cucuy, like the Mexican boogeyman. Oh, el Cucuy. Oh. Okay. I go on when the Thursday 7:00, like when those movies are coming in. Just say hi to me if you see me passing by. Favorite movie by Stanley Kubrick? I think I said that. Mine would be The Shining. ¿De qué estado eres? Illinois, from Chicago. Are you reading DC's Metal? Also, your videos are awesome. Thank you. No, I'm falling behind. I used to be the person who picks up the single issues. Now I'm the trade paperback guy. Favorite Sean Penn movie? Mystic River. Favorite Mr. Bean movie? The one where he goes on the holiday trip. Yeah, where he's like coming out like that. Thoughts on The Place Beyond the Pines? It's dope. I love it. I know some people don't like the third act. I adore that movie and the soundtrack. The theme is fantastic. So Nolan or Villeneuve? To be completely honest, personally, I'm going Denny. But if I'm watching a movie with people, I'm probably going to pick a Nolan film.
Yeah.
Favorite movie that takes place in Texas? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm a sucker for the old ones, but there's a bunch. Thoughts on I, Daniel Blake? Have to watch it. Hottest actress? I always forget her name, but it's Hawkeye's wife.
Oh, Linda Cardinale? Velma?
Velma?
Yeah.
The chick from Freaks and Geeks? I have a crazy crush on her, so her. You have one?
Yes, my girlfriend who is watching right now.
That's my man right there. She's not an actress though.
She acts in my Snapchat videos.
You know what? I'm gonna find an actress who looks like your girlfriend, and then you can say her.
Felicity Jones. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Felicity Jones. I would say for this man right here. What movie that's left this year are you looking forward to the most? Annabelle. See Ballad of a Soldier? Have not. What happened to rom-coms? Can't remember the last wide release pure romantic comedy. I mean, there have.
The Big Sick.
Yes. Ridley Scott or
Best one
James
I've seen in
Cameron?
years.
Ridley Scott. Scott or Cameron?
Who?
Scott or Cameron?
I'll go Scott.
Which one is more disturbing, Clockwork Orange or 12 Years a Slave? I want to say Clockwork Orange. 12 Years a Slave, though, has scenes that are... I think the scenes in 12 Years a Slave are worse, but the ideology in Clockwork Orange is crazy.
A lady gets killed by a giant dick.
I'm going to put it to you this. For those of you, again, when I say things, people are like, oh, you don't understand slavery. No. They rape a woman while singing in the Rain, which was so popular. That's psychologically jacked up because what they were doing was ingraining in her mind that every time this song plays and they're in the UK, she would think of that. That's like raping someone while you're saying, good morning, good morning, good morning. Now, every time they hear the words good morning for the rest of their life, which will be probably on a daily basis, they will be triggered to that. That's jacked up. Favorite Martin McDonough movie? Mine's In Bruges.
In Bruges.
I have not seen that. But did he make Seven Psychopaths?
Yeah, he did.
Then for right now it'd be Seven Psychopaths.
Yeah, you should watch In Bruges. It's even better.
All right, I think it's still on Netflix. Thoughts on Spotlight? It's good. Favorite movie by Wes Anderson? I don't think it should have won the Oscar, but it's good.
I was gonna say you came out of it really hyped.
I did. I really liked it when I saw it, but
so
I was like, then I started seeing how people were like it's gonna win the Oscar. I don't think so. Favorite movie by and it did. Wes Anderson movie.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise Kingdom.
I almost said Moonlight Kingdom.
Favorite Emilio Estevez movie. The Breakfast Club. Most overrated movie. We had brought this up. I always go to. What were we saying? Oh, I always say Boyhood.
You were saying Boyhood. Yeah.
Favorite superhero? Batman. Thoughts on the movie Slight? I had made a whole. I do this a lot. Here's I'm admitting. I make videos, like an entire video. Like I made a Slight video about how you don't need that much money to make a movie because it costs like $200,000 to make. It had to do with that. It had to do with all the behind the scenes with it. It had to do like the connection that it could have had with Static Shock, the way that it had like this ending that was very ambiguous. Never released it. And that happens a lot with a lot of videos that I do. And I'm thinking of those videos that I never finish, so they're not like completed to release those like half-written videos to Patreon. So that's something that I'm thinking of like putting there, kind of like a behind the scenes of the videos that never get done.
Yeah.
Please tell me you've seen Samurai Cop, Art. Sorry, Ryan, I haven't. Favorite movie by the Coen brothers? It's Big Lebowski. Favorite black comedy? The Friday movies are hilarious, but How High is also pretty fantastic. Thoughts on the Black Donnellys? Don't know who they are. Do you like Stranger Things? I think it's overrated. Very high in nostalgia. But yeah. Will you ever do a GOT review discussion? I have 2 Game of Thrones videos coming out, so look out for that. Favorite foreign language film? Secret in Their Eyes. What's a classic movie that you hate? You straight up just did the Home Improvement. Oh, man. I don't know.
I know there's one. Like, there's gotta be one. I hate everything nowadays, but still. Cannot think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't think of one right now. Favorite General Hospital episode? The one in season 2, episode 3. Favorite movie by Joe Dante? Don't know who he is. Favorite biographical drama movie? Who?
Joe Dante's the guy who did Gremlins, I believe.
Oh, I'm not too in his filmography. Yeah. Favorite biographical drama movie? I really like The Aviator. That's one of the craziest endings of all time. Do you hate pandas?
I love Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Favorite movie by David Cronenberg? The Fly. Favorite Shane Black movie? Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Even though he wrote it, I think, right? He wrote it, or did he direct it?
No, he directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Yeah, he did.
Favorite Portlandia moment?
He wrote Lethal Weapon.
That's what. Okay. Favorite Portlandia moment? It's when they're making fun of like organic people. They go to a restaurant to eat chicken, and they're like, "How old is this chicken? What degree did the chicken get? How was it raised? Who were its friends? Did it have a girlfriend? Can we please go to the farm to look at the chicken?" They go to the farm. They like observe where the chicken lived. They like look at his like setting.
Yeah.
Like they go far and beyond before they decide, "Okay, I'll eat this chicken." Favorite moment from the room? Hi, Dougie. Your channel's so underrated. Amazing. Thank you. Do you watch documentary now? I don't. Have you seen Sing Street? If so, what are your thoughts? I think he likes it a lot more than I do. I think it was a good movie, but I didn't like the music as much.
Yeah.
Whitest basic white girl movie? Mean Girls? Do you want Shawshank back?
Nah.
Not really. Do you like Stranger Things?
What?
I said that. Favorite Norbit scene? I don't know, when he jumps on Eddie Murphy. If you thought Halo was disgusting, don't watch a Serbian film. All right. Minecraft or Roblox? Roblox. Do you like Seth MacFarlane? I do. I think he could be funny, but I think he stretches out his jokes a lot. Best Schwarzenegger ice pun. Ice pun.
Oh.
Freeze is obviously a good one.
I don't think anything will ever top "What killed the dinosaurs?"
The Ice Age. So that one's good. Would you rather see Justice League or Thor Ragnarok? Honestly, at this point, Thor Ragnarok because of the director. I'm a big Taika Waititi fan. I know I haven't seen the last one that he did, but because of that. Favorite pun.
Good.
Favorite pun. Damn you. I love my
Let's
puns.
kick some ice.
I've always liked one because we used to do it at the park every time, and like when you would go to the park and you would like fall and like hit the cement because that's where you decided to go for the ball, and you would hit yourself.
Yeah.
We'd just be like, "That's your asphalt," because you hit asphalt. So I hate the Quran. I'm an atheist. Have you ever walked out of a movie? If so, which? No, I've never walked out of a movie, but I did fall asleep in one. And I think it was called like something circuit. I don't know what it was. Tell a bad joke. Knock knock.
You already did. Who's there?
What comics are you reading now? Thoughts on Preacher? Like I said, I have to catch up on some stuff, but Chrononauts is one. They haven't released too many issues, but it deals with time travel, and they have some really cool variants. Favorite Chris Farley besides Tommy Boy? That's how you, Ash.
God. I really like Black Sheep because it's literally just the worst Tommy Boy.
Dope.
And then other than that, those weird Shrek footage things before he died.
Oh yeah, The
Where
Omen.
he's like a big old ogre.
The Omen or The Exorcist? Which is scarier? I say The Omen because I hate Damien's. I don't like them. Do you like poutine? Haven't tried it. I want to go to Canada to really try it. Scariest movie? I can't remember what it was, but there was this alien movie where they also used like real footage of like supposedly what the alien encounter had to be, and they would interchange it. And I don't know why it scared me so much.
The fourth kind? No.
Hey, I don't think it was that. Maybe I don't know.
They just used footage of the scariest woman I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not sure. Who's your favorite director? I
had the owls.
Denis Villeneuve, Wes Anderson. We had answered that. Favorite season of Game of Thrones? 3. Favorite Prince movie? Oh, Purple Rain. Have you seen Pumpkinhead yet? No, have to. Favorite Keanu Reeves movie?
It's fucking Bill and Ted, man.
Thoughts on Silence? It was a good movie, but it's not for everyone. Like, there's no music, and it's very heavy, and it's almost like you learn nothing at the end. But I did do a video on it. Got my thoughts on there. Thoughts on pretty much it. I wish they were doing their old school stuff, but I've always said this. Eric was the first person I was watching when I was a freshman in high school, and he's what got me into saying, you know what, I can do this, and I started it. So I give a lot of credit to him. Thoughts on the movie Hidden Figures? It was good. Favorite Neil Patrick Harris movie? Harold and Kumar 2. For 1 year, you can only watch either the Best Picture nominees or the 10 highest grossing movies of the year. Which would you choose? Probably Best Picture nominees. Best Anderson Director? Paul Thomas or Wes Anderson? Who you picking? Because I'm going Wes.
Wes. I'm always going Wes. I think Wes is top 3 for me.
There you go.
I think it's Spielberg, Miyazaki, Anderson.
The Third Man. Have you seen it? No. Actually, no. I might have. Favorite Charlie Brown moment? Every time they say blockhead. Opinion on Harry Potter? It's good. Everybody loves it. Favorite Friday the 13th movie? The first one. But I do like Freddy vs. Jason. Am I the only person who thinks Blade Runner is overrated?
No, you are not.
That answers the classic question. But I haven't seen the director's one, so yeah, that. Linda Cardinelli is great. Yes, favorite Chris Rock movie? Head of State. Lord Pena babe. Yeah. Have you played Breath of the Wild? I haven't. He has. Favorite Billy
I
Ray
have
Cyrus
not.
movie besides Mulholland Drive and the Hannah Montana movie? There isn't one. Michael Bay or M. Night Shyamalan? Shyamalan. Thoughts on the Jumanji reboot? I don't think it looks bad, but I don't think it's necessary.
I think Jack Black looks like he's going to be easily the best part, and everything else might be good.
What's the first movie you ever bought? The first DVD I remember buying was Scooby-Doo and the Invasion of the digital whatever.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm
Tiger
talking?
Chase. Yeah.
That is the exact DVD I bought. Bought it from Blockbuster. No, bought it from
I
Walmart.
love that shit.
Favorite Jim Carrey movie? Truman Show. I can't say, but wanted to stop and say, show your support. Would you ever consider producing a project? I would have to know the person. Like that's my thing. I feel like when you're working on a project, I want to know you, and I want to know. There was a great quote by the cinematographer who did Arrival, where he said, "If I'm working with you, I also want to be able to have you at my dinner table with my 2 daughters and my wife." So if I were to ever produce something, it would be like I would have had to know the person. Favorite Colin Farrell movie?
I think he said Colin Farrell. So the answer is The Lobster. But if you're looking for Colin Farrell, the answer is in Baruch.
Phone Booth, personally. Favorite Eddie Murphy movie? Shrek. Coen Brothers or Tarantino? I'm going Tarantino.
Yeah.
Good TV shows that went bad. A lot of people want to say Lost. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So because a lot of people say that, I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Death Note.
Any short films you love? All the Pixar shorts are pretty dope.
Yeah. There's this short film I saw on YouTube. It's called The Cameraman. I really liked that one.
Check that one out. Favorite Paul Newman movie? Grapes of Wrath.
I like this.
And I also like the
Sting.
Is that the gambling one?
I don't think so.
No. Favorite Peter O'Toole movie
it was right there.
besides Lawrence of Arabia? My man's asking the deep questions here. I don't know. If you want to watch one of the greatest docs regarding the NSA, watch The Good American. All right. Do you like musicals? Yes, I do. Worst Iñárritu movie? I want to say Babel. And that doesn't mean that it's bad.
Like Babel.
Favorite Richard Burton movie? Don't know who that is, but his brother Tim Burton's pretty good. Do you love bacon pizza? Not really. What is your favorite sitcom? Off the top of my head, I'm going to say How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Turn one show into a movie. What would it be? Lost. To like just the after years. Favorite Russell Crowe movie? A Beautiful Mind.
Where are they now?
Do you listen to Heathers the musical? No, but I do like Heathers the movie. So if that has anything to do with the movie, it doesn't watch it.
Heathers is a musical now?
Favorite episode of Two Broke Girls? Ain't a fan of it. Dunkirk or Interstellar? I'm going Interstellar. Favorite Forrest Whitaker movie? The one where he has a samurai, the ghost sword one. I forget what it's called, but that one. It's pretty
Ghost
dope.
Dad?
No, he's just like Ghost Dog, the something samurai. I don't know. I forget what it's called. Shane Black or Edgar Wright?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Shane Black, Edgar Wright, or Guy Ritchie?
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. Weirdest movie you ever saw? I will never remember the name of it, but some kid. I saw it in music class during elementary school. If you guys find it, I will create a Patreon. I'll donate to you. This kid gets sucked in to like his music book, or I don't know, he gets sucked into a piano something, and he's in this musical world that's all made up of instruments and piano like keys. It's always stuck with me, and I've never been able to find what that movie is. That's that movie that you see when you're a kid, and I still dream of it.
And it's just that weird. I'd say Bill and Ted 2.
That's pretty weird
Bill
too.
and Ted 2 is existential.
Worst live action adaptation?
Oh.
A lot of people would say Ghost in the Shell recently. I would say Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah.
Or Dragon Ball Evolution. Watch documentary now. Most unforgettable film. It's so unforgettable, I forgot it. Favorite Malcolm in the Middle episode, anytime your boy's in his tidy whities. Favorite Monty Python sketch. I don't know about sketch, but my favorite Monty Python moment is when in Holy Grail, where the guards are waiting and the guy looks really far away, and it keeps cutting, and all of a sudden he appears right next to them. Most anticipated movie of 2018.
Oh wait, no, come on, I know this.
Do you have one? I literally, to be honest with you guys, I only know what's coming out the weekend of, like what's coming up next. But
yeah, I just.
Oh, I know mine. It's Guard Particle because I think they got pushed back, and that is the third of the Cloverfield thing.
What is it? Oh fuck! I had it.
All right.
I literally had.
I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go
I've
through
been so
these.
excited.
I'm gonna go through these to
Yeah.
catch up. Just cut
You
me
go
off when
through
you got it.
I'll attempt to think.
Best show that was a movie. Fargo. Most boring movie. Ooh, there's a couple. There's a lot.
Yeah. God, there's so
There's a
many.
lot,
Looking
yeah.
at my Blu-rays.
Favorite
Solace is
favorite
right there.
novel at the top right now. I'd say Gone Girl's pretty good. Favorite Bubble Guppies episode. The pilot. Donald Trump or Adolf Hitler. Ooh.
Choose your dream daddy.
Well, Adolf Hitler's dead, so I'm gonna go with Papa Don because he's got the money. Have you ever watched a Bollywood movie? Your thoughts on it? I've seen a couple. I think that they're crazy. There's the ones that I've seen have crazy editing in it.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Fourth Kind had Mila Jovovich, if that helps. Maybe that was it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Favorite
It might have been. It was really good.
favorite time Chris Stuckman said the poop. Sure. Is Birdemic the best movie ever? Second best. Favorite Andrew Garfield movie? Social Network. Favorite romantic film or love story? Like I said, A Walk to Remember. Ebola or AIDS? Ebola. What's a famous, because it doesn't exist, what's a famous film you have not seen? I haven't seen Barry Lyndon, as I've been catching up with the filmography, so I'm not sure if that's super famous, but I haven't seen that. Favorite Paul Wes Anderson? Paul W. Anderson? I'm confusing my Andersons now.
There's so many.
If it's Paul Thomas Anderson, no, Paul. This is Paul W. P.W. I'm forgetting them. P.T. Anderson, that's the bad one. So if this is, I think you messed it up. Would you rather eat poop and then poop it back, or watch a Transformers movie? White people or black people? Yellow people. Favorite Michael Fox movie not involving time travel? I can't really think of one. Favorite theme park? Jurassic Park. Are you excited for Annabelle? The sequel? I actually am, because there's this thing that horror movies are getting better sequels. Leonard Nimoy movie that isn't Star Trek. Can't think of one off the top of my head. If you can, go ahead. Slavery or Holocaust?
Are these Chase's friends?
This is Big Daddy Cream Cheese. I'm telling you, my man's trolling. But I think more people died in the Holocaust, right?
Than slavery? I think so. I don't know. We talk about movies.
I'm gonna choose Building the Wall. Favorite Adam McKay movie? The one that just
Anchorman.
Okay, Anchorman. De Niro or Pacino? De Niro. Do you like David S. Pumpkins? Don't know who that is. Hanks or Washington?
It's Tom Hanks.
Washington. Have you seen Alexandra Daddario naked scene? I have never seen a nude scene in my life. Have you seen the masterpiece known as Bloodsport? Yeah. Speaking of that, what is your ultimate guilty pleasure? I always say it. Time Traveler's Wife. Walk to Remember. Have you ever watched The Boondocks, a TV show? No, I have. I've only seen a couple episodes. Favorite 007 movie? Thing like everybody? Skyfall? For the most part? Or GoldenEye, but that's really the video game. Favorite Bill Murray movie? Groundhog Day? Probably. Or Zombieland.
Lost in translation.
Favorite video game? For me, it's The Last of Us.
Wind Waker.
I also am a big fan of that one that not a lot of people like, the David Cage video game.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain.
We've gotten in fights about that.
Favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie? Never seen one. Favorite Friends episode?
Oh, the last one was great.
The one where what's his name is afraid of bras. Favorite scene in the Fat Albert movie? I'll say Fat Albert taught me. No. The Fat Albert movie taught me that anytime you're walking with a girl, she needs to be on the opposite side of where traffic is. So talk smack about Fat Albert movie, but that's always stuck with me.
It was meant to.
What's an underrated movie score? I was talking smack about Under the Skin, so I'm gonna give it credit. I think the score in there is very creepy. Excited for Avatar 5? I'm excited for Avatar 6. Can you dance better than Drake? Can't. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. Cool. Favorite Power Rangers season? Whichever the one was where the silver Power Ranger got the scorpion curse in his back. Or no, the serpent's curse in his back, and it would go up every time he changed. You know what I'm talking about. Opinions on Eddie Redmayne. He's a beautiful woman. Infinity War is the most anticipated. Could be. Did you have an orgasm while watching the trailer for Ready Player One? No, because I haven't seen the trailer. Favorite actor that's also a comedian?
Oh.
Dave Chappelle acted, so.
It's like all of them.
When are you making?
Mike Birbiglia.
Sure. When are you making a movie? I worked on 2 films. They're getting close to picture lock. One already has picture lock, and I'm editing my short film that takes place on a plane. So by the end of this year, you will see them. Favorite emoji? The one that's like thinking, that's like calling you out on your BS. I like that one. What are your?
I like the graphs.
That one's good too. What are your thoughts on Holy Motors? I think it's too trippy for its own good. Chance of you going back to straight reviews? No, because there's not really spoilers in straight reviews, and I want to talk spoilers. I want to keep out. You really like this movie, but I can't tell you the scene, so probably not. But maybe with roll film. That's the straightest we'd ever get back to it. Doing it with another man. Favorite scene in Lion? To be completely honest, I saw this one when I was at Sundance. We had a screener for it, and I was kind of knocking out. But did you see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and did you like it? Yeah, got a video on it. Favorite episode of Spaced? I have yet to see Space. I'm really excited to see it because that's Edgar Wright's series.
Yeah.
Worst movie theater experience? I had mentioned it earlier about Need for Speed. A guy shaved, they ate, he farted, whatever. I have a joke about roofs, but it'll go over your head. If you go to prison, will you convert to Islam, then move to Africa and release a rap album? Only time will tell. Favorite Stephen King movie? I really like The Mist. I'm a fan of The Mist. I really am a fan of that ending.
Yeah.
Favorite 2 broke girls moment? Don't have one. You think the movie Frozen was overrated? Yes. Have you seen Doctor Who? No. Have you seen Bollywood movies? Answer that over there. Best Seth Rogen movie besides Superbad? No, Sausage Party. Would you rather watch a movie with visual storytelling or dialogue-driven movie? For me, probably...
I like dialogue.
Dialogue. Now, I know you have to go soon, so let me know when you have to go and I can finish these questions because I know you got to... Papa got to go to work.
Yeah. I also need food.
All right, so if you got to head out, this is a goodbye to the Captain Vitus. I'm going to finish these questions and then wrap it up from there. But thank you, Captain, for being here with me.
No problem.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me be a part of the family. I'll just answer one last question. Are you high, Ash? No, I'm only 5'7".
And with that, see you, Ash. Take care.
Later.
Shout
out
out to
you,
him.
Man. Congrats on all the things.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You have a good one.
So for the rest of you, I'm going to go through these as fast as I can and then wrap it up. But again, just a big thank you for those of you guys who checked this out. The thing's probably going to be enlisted. Going to post it up maybe on the secondary channel. Not sure. But I'm going to run through these really quick. Would you rather watch a movie with visual storytelling, dialogue-driven? Dialogue. Thoughts on The Prestige? Shout out to Houston. It's fantastic. Every time I watch it, I pick up something else. Pratt, Evans, Pines, Hemsworth, Rock. Ooh. That's a lot of names. I am going to go with Pratt because he's funny. I'm not trolling. I just want to love me. I do love you, Big Daddy Cream Cheese. Favorite Hilary Duff movie would probably be the Liz McGuire movie. Best and worst movie of summer 2017. Again, I blank on what has come out. Brigsby Bear technically has come out at the end of summer. It's a limited release. Definitely go check that out. As far as bad movies, The Dark Tower is kind of very disappointing. That was pretty boring. Let's see. Do you love... No. Are you high? No. I've never kind of live streamed for anyone. This is cool. Thank you for watching. Favorite music artist? Recently, I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick Lamar, so that's pretty dope. Do you ever get nervous? Depends on the situation. Are you single? No. Oh, that's the song lyric. Gotcha. Favorite snakes on a plane scene besides the Sam Jackson scene? It would have to be that. You getting money? Okay. Best editing ever? I really like the editing in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but there's definitely a lot of other movies that inspired that, and that may be a bit better. Shoot yourself for watching a complete Amy Schumer movie. I'm going to watch the movie. Favorite Sam Jackson movie directed by Quentin Tarantino? The Big Kahuna Burger scene. Did the Emoji Movie have the potential to be good? Every movie has the potential to be good. It's who you hire and how they mess it up. Best video you have enjoyed doing? My Cloverfield one. Worst Tarantino movie? I want to say Grindhouse. Or what they did together. Last movie you watched was The Invisible Guest. So go watch that. It is on Netflix. Tom Hardy or Chris Pratt? Ooh, that's a good one. I want to say I want to hang out with Chris Pratt, but I want to see more movies with Tom Hardy. But if I was making a movie, I'd probably choose Chris Pratt because that would be a lot funner. But I would want to work with Tom Hardy. How big of garbage is Chase? He's the biggest piece of garbage. If you don't know Chase, go to a few mixed reviews and spam him. Favorite Britney Spears movie? Crossroads. What do you think of Logan Paul? Don't really check his stuff out. Do you like Nicholas Rendon Refn's filmography? I like his earlier stuff. Don't really like his newer stuff. Favorite erotic thriller? That one with Beyonce. Can you touch your knees? Yes. Favorite haircut? I like it fade, kind of a frohawk on top. Have you seen Brokeback Mountain? Have not. Which fine films can you watch over and over and over again? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Goodfellas, Finding Nemo, Toy Story, Space Jam. I don't know if I said Whiplash. Was I born in Mexico? No. Born here in Chicago. Favorite Forrest Gump scene? The running scene with his Nikes and his Cortezes getting out. Have you ever met any celebrities? I went to David Henry's house once. That was the thing. Favorite Tom Green movie? Tom Green's the guy who made Freddy Got Fingered, then sure, that one, I guess. Favorite hacker group? The ones from Mr. Robot. F Society. Which director should go up against Kubrick in this question? Spielberg, maybe? Favorite Spider-Man movie? Spider-Man 2. Have you seen Eternal Sunshine? I have, but I need to see it again. Turn a TV show into a movie. Which one? I said I would like to see A Lost Thing. Did you like the ending to The Devil Inside? Haven't seen it. What do you think about the VHS films? Have to see the last one, but I think they're short enough and they're anthology films that they're pretty cool. Since you stopped reviewing movies, I have no reviewers to watch. What are some good YouTube reviewers you enjoy? Don't say Chris Stuckman. He's a cool dude, but I say watch Double Toasted. That's what I've been saying the entire podcast. Let's see. Who should play Carnage? Tom Hardy should play both roles. Favorite Chris Brown song? The one that says Yellow Bottle Sippin'. That one, why not? Do you shave your legs? Nah. When will your rap album debut? It's a good question. Probably fairly soon. But with that, I think I've answered a lot of the questions. A lot of you guys asked a couple of different things, but thank you guys for watching. Again, I do have a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to be working on now that he passed 100,000 subscribers. It's pretty much not really going to change. I just want to make more videos, try to have that consistency. I guess the biggest thing I could tell you guys, for those who want to have a channel and want to grow it, is to just have that consistency. Find something that you like to do and collaborate with people who you like working with. That's another thing that I do want to do, collaborations with a couple of people who I've talked with for the longest time. I know a lot of you want to send me like your films and stuff. A lot of you be like, collaborate, but it's like I said earlier, I want to get to know you guys as like people first before we collaborate, to see if we have the same mindset when we work on a video, because then it kind of feels a little forced when you don't. But I do want to fix up my Patreon, kind of have it more as a tip jar. And again, that's not even a necessary thing. That's just something extra. Just the fact that you guys comment, like, and when you share the videos, that's what helps the most, and that'll continue helping the channel grow. But really, when you guys leave a comment, I think that's the best way to contact me. If you have a Twitter and you tweet at me, I try to respond to as many as I can, and just getting your input on things that you guys want to hear, things that you guys want me to cover. So definitely check me out on those different things. But other than that, thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for allowing me to be able to hit this milestone and get to 100,000 subscribers. And here's to 100,000 more. See you guys later.